I'm here with Brent. I was cruising Craigslist like I often do, saw this beautiful bike and thought I'd help brother sell his hard work. So Brent, tell me about your bike. First of all, how big is that motor?
It came as a stock 88 twin cam. I beefed it up to a 98 high compression.
Okay.
It's everything's built from the top half. I didn't touch anything in the lower crankcase or nothing. So it has all the bells and whistles you can possibly think of.
Did you upgrade the starter?
The starter, no, but it does have the compression release valves you need to press. If you don't press those, you're gonna kill your starter a lot faster.
Okay.
Not only the motor, but it does have the Thundermax tuner in it. It's an auto-tune tuner, so it actually saves you money on dynoing and tuning costs, anything. Every 200 miles, it tunes to your ride, how you ride the bike.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was even available.
Yeah, it is. It's a little pricey, but
Man, everything's a little pricey.
yes,
right?
I know.
Now, this bike looks lowered. Okay, how much did you lower in the front and the back?
The front, I believe, is maybe a 3-inch, and then the rear is probably about a 3-inch also. We just changed some of the components in the front end to make it sit a little lower than your stock, I guess just your drop-in drop kit.
Okay, and the triple trees, looks like you got a little rake there.
Yes, it has their Pro 1 triple trees. It has a 6-degree rake, and I put some beauty tubes on them. They're Accutronics beauty tubes that kind of cover the fork.
Well, you know what? You really have your theme all the way through, and you know, I noticed you went with mid controls.
Yes.
A lot of guys like that chopper legs out thing. Why mid?
The mid was kind of more comfortable for me to ride, you know, with the style I have. I'm kind of going for that older, you know, like old school style mid control feel. So I went with these. They are I had to make them fit, you know, through the belt drive here, that 3-inch belt drive.
You got it wrapped around the belt
Yeah,
drive.
we had to make a bunch of custom brackets for them to fit. The mid controls were actually custom made. They took about 8 to 9 months to come in, special ordered.
Now, when I talked to you on the phone, you said you actually painted this bike yourself?
Yes. I didn't actually paint it myself. I had a few friends of mine to help me. There's Jay Soares from 66 Rides. He helped paint it off, you know, prep it. He helped me disassemble and assemble the bike. And my coworker Ryan, he actually painted the bike for me, and I did the finishing touches of wet sanding and buffing and making it look, you know, like glass basically.
You know, I know you inherited this bike from your dad, right? Who had 2 night trains, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. How does he feel about what you've done?
He's kind of shocked at the way it turned out. It was like a black cherry color before, you know. It was just your stock night train, and over the months of building it and he saw it, he was kind of shocked to see what I did to it. He doesn't really want me to get rid of it, but you know, he understands. He had his number of toys throughout the years, and he understands about, you know, selling and starting something new.
Now you're asking about $20,000 for this. Are you going to use that money to start another project, or do you have a baby coming along?
No baby. I might start another project, whether it's a bike or a car, or I might use the money to maybe buy a house, you know, as a down payment on a house or a living area.
Well, you look like a man who has a plan.
Yeah.
Did you have this in your mind as it sits, or did it slowly kind of evolve?
I had the gist of it in my mind. Before I bought the bike, I was kind of putting things together in my head, you know, and just looking on the internet, you know, just kind of piecing my bike, my imaginary bike, I guess, together. And then my dad kind of gave me this bike, you know, to ride around. And as soon as I got it, I just completely tore it apart and started piecing together everything. And it took me maybe about, I would say, a year and a half total, you know, building it from the ground up again.
That's not too
it's
bad.
not too bad. It was a chunk of change in the pocket, but
That's the hard part, bro.
Yeah.
Always the hard part, you know. But I'll tell you something. When I look at this thing, if I hadn't seen you and I saw this bike sitting out, I would expect an older guy.
yeah, it's
you know?
a lot. I get that a lot, you know. a lot of people, when they see it, they don't expect someone younger riding
Yeah.
it. Even with the police, you know, they kind of double take and look like, what, you know, does that really belong to you? But yeah, I mean, the Harley scene is actually, it's changing now. It's not only for your typical older generation, you know, pops bikes.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of younger guys getting into it. One of my good friends is actually building a lot of the up and coming baggers, you know, the big wheels, raking them, stretching them.
You know, speaking of big wheels, I noticed you didn't go nuts with a you know 300 or something like that. Is 200 is stock?
That's
with,
on certain year night trains, they have a stock 200.
Okay.
So this year came with a stock 200, but it's a 18-inch wheel.
Okay,
yeah, instead of the 16.
And those Fat Daddy spokes are beautiful.
Yeah.
Hard to keep a white bike clean, bro?
Yeah, I clean this. I kind of get teased a lot because I don't like to ride it in the rain. A lot of my friends ride rain or shine, but you know, I try to keep it clean.
If you're interested in Brent's bike, right, go to youtube.com/toolinaroundhi, and you'll see bikes for sale playlist. Click on this bike, and his contact information will be in the description. Don't call me, call brother, okay? Because I don't get any commission on this. I don't charge people to be on this. We're just trying to move some beautiful work to somebody else who would appreciate it. Thank you, Brent.
Thank you.
You got it, man. Perfect with the
Yeah,
plane.
I know.